It's your boy D Weezy, YouTube family. What's going on, people? How was y'all weekend? How y'all week going so far? Everybody been having a good positive day today? Man, I've been so busy lately, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I've been limited on time, but sometimes that's how it is when you working on stuff and you got stuff that's already going. You trying to add in other stuff, but time is not increasing. It's actually decreasing. But I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm still showing up, y'all. That's the main thing. I'm still showing up. I ain't making no excuses because I know the people that's out here getting it in, they out here on the mission too and they making it happen. So I ain't even complaining. I'm actually congratulating myself on being able to push forward even when I know I'm feeling like I wanna just kinda stop in a moment. I just keep pushing forward, y'all. Cause I know that's what the best ones out here doing. They ain't out here stopping. They want to kind of chill and go to sleep early and do what they want to do also. But they know in order to be successful and to achieve what they trying to achieve, they got to use this over whatever they feeling. So it's mind over matter, always. Raphael, what up, though? What's good with you? Oh, yeah, thanks, Raphael. Yeah, I've been here this jacket. I had this jacket, I think, for about a year, maybe a year and a half, somewhere around there. But I love this jacket, man. Yep, and the back of it. Let me show you the back. You should be able to see enough of it, but hold on. Show you the back so you can kind of see it. Yep, so it's the YouTube symbol. And then it got man I'm fit. It's pretty sweet, man. It's pretty sweet. And the material is just right, Raphael. You see it got the little lining on the inside. Pocket. It's like a little spring slash early fall jacket. Yep. I love this jacket though. I ain't wore it in a minute because it's been hot, so it ain't no sense to wear it. But since the weather's kind of going into that fall mode, it's like perfect. It's better than a windbreaker because it got the little lining in the inside of it, and then the material it's still breathable, so it's like perfect. You'll take a hoodie like this. Yeah, I got some stuff that's gonna be popping off, Raphael. As far as merch, you already know. I ain't focused in on it yet, but already done some stuff before with other business stuff, and so I already know how to go right in and do what I got to do. So, but trust me, it's coming. It's coming, bro. It's coming. I'm gonna have some nice um affirmations on it. Some of the stuff I say, of course, and it's gonna be simple, but it's gonna keep you in that state of mind whenever you see it or whenever you wearing it to, hey, I'm locked and loaded, and ain't nobody taking me out of being locked and loaded. So, but I actually, this is like my second time wearing it. First time this week. No, actually, I think I wore it yesterday because I had like similar colors on, but a little something different. So I think day before yesterday, and then today, and then I had it on earlier last week for something when I first came out the house, but I wound up not even wearing it the rest of the day because the sun was beaming. The sun was banging, so I wound up just wearing it once I left the house. But once I got moving throughout that day, yeah, I just left it in the car. What state is America? What state in America? I'm guessing you asking how you pronounce, what is that? Hematab? Hematab. I'm guessing you asking what state in America I'm in. I'm in Michigan, Hematop, if I'm pronouncing it right. What state, city, or country you in, Hematop? I think this is the first time I'm seeing you on a live. Is that how you pronounce it? Hematop, Hematop. Yeah, what state, city, or country you in, Hematop? But yeah, the weather here right now is perfect. It's perfect. Like it was doing a little rain earlier, just a little something, but you can't really tell looking at the ground because I don't see no puddles. Um, oh, you in Russia, man? Shout out to Russia, man. Shout out to Russia. What part of Russia are you in? Like what part? I love some movies that be filming in Russia too, y'all. Like them little scenes and then fight scenes. I think whatchamacallit, Born Identity, Born Supremacy, Born Automotive. It's like four Born movies with Jason Bourne. They somewhere over there in um Russia or somewhere like that. They somewhere over in Europe somewhere. But yeah, I love those type scenes of the Russian. And then even when they be talking Russian and then they gotta show the little text in English to show what they saying or whatever. Be some good movies. I think Jason Bourne movies was in Russia, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Raphael, the scenery in Russia is great, especially Moscow. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely recognize that word Moscow when you just said it. And I remember seeing some of those sceneries too, man. Just the world itself, y'all, is just a beautiful thing. Like that's why I always be encouraging people. Uh, Hematop. Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I always be encouraging people to visit and travel, man, because it's too much of the world to see. I'm actually um posted up at one of my parks. It's like baseball games going on. I don't know if they gonna be um, you know, going against another team or is they just practicing, but the looks of it look like they'll be going against another team because they at the baseball diamond over there and it's another baseball diamond over here. So they had two different baseball diamonds. I couldn't see it because it's like three baseball diamonds at this park in Met. It's the huge park I showed y'all before. But these two that's right next to me, yeah, it's gonna get even more crowded. Some bee just got in here. These gonna get even more crowded because you can tell people because people study pulling up. So I don't know what time they start, but I can tell that people it's gonna get pretty crowded because cars still pulling up. I can tell they look like they practicing. So maybe this is just practice day. Maybe what I'm looking at is both teams practicing. I just see them practicing. But yeah, and the sun trying to come out a little bit. This bee is still in here. Oh yeah, it's right there. Yeah, I got that. Now this. Yeah, I'll be all right. It got more than enough windows to get out of, but I see it still choose to crawl. But yeah, how y'all been though? Everybody been good? Everybody, I'm telling y'all, look, when I be posting those things like the littlest things like in a community tab, as far as protect your energy, stay focused, be positive, like it be shit I be experiencing out here. It ain't nothing new. I'm just saying like you gotta really be about this life as far as locked and loaded and protecting your energy and no matter what happened or no matter what get thrown your way, you still able to move forward. Cause I'm telling y'all, like, people out here are miserable as hell. Be it on the road, be it somebody you work with, be it you at the supermarket. Like, it be times I be having my blinker on and be turning in the right of way. No last minute thing. It's just a car behind me and they just on me as if they don't even see my brake lights or my blinker on. And they gotta kind of damn near like yanked from behind me when I'm like, you saw my damn fucking blinker on. And then if it was an accident, you looking and talking all crazy. But yeah, I'm telling y'all, like, the world just evil. You gotta really be a beast to get through this. That's why I say working out really set the tone for your whole life, if you ask me, because it brings balance, discipline. Anytime you can control what you eat, you can put in your, anytime you can control what you put in your stomach, that's a lot of discipline, y'all. That's a lot of discipline. Anytime you can control what you put in your stomach. Let me see if I can block some of this. Yeah, reflection on this phone. Hold on. Anytime we can control what we put in our stomach, it's serious. Oh, you know what? Hold on. No, let me finish this before, because I just thought about something I've been meaning to tell y'all. But let me finish this. I told y'all, it'd be so much stuff I be experiencing, and I'm just going through life, y'all, just like everybody else. But I'm making the best of it and staying positive. That's the biggest difference from the next person. I ain't complaining. I ain't down and out. No matter what happens, I'm staying focused and staying positive. But we just got to make sure, like, we locked and loaded. Anytime we can control what we put in our stomach, it's serious. I just feel you can do anything, whether you know it or not, because the hardest thing for people to have discipline with out here is what? Food, what they eat. I always say, look at when we go to the market, look at other people's buggy. Look at how people are when they pull up at the gas station. It's like a rush. They rushing in there, and they ain't rushing in there to pay for gas. They rushing in there to get the snacks, then go to the opposite side, because usually wherever the snacks is, it's the opposite side of the gas station. They going right where the snacks is at first, then they gonna go left to pay for the gas. And then you can just see them when they coming out, they already popping the Pepsi or the bag of chips, and then they putting the gas nozzle, and while that's pumping, they eating it again, get the last corner of the chips that they just killed real quick so they can get to the pop that's full of all sugar before they pull off. Like I'm telling y'all, like it's this bring a lot of discipline in other areas. Like the fact of me saying that I'm focused even on other stuff outside of the stuff that's already taking my time, that's all coming from working out and being disciplined with my eating also. We must make sure that our nutrition is one of the biggest, if not the highlight of our day. We busy. We making stuff happen. We don't like our job. Kids getting on our nerves. Bill study coming up. We got to work. We got to do this. We got to study stuff. We got to renew. We can't keep enough money in our savings account. You got to make sure your eating is like one of the biggest highlights of your day. That's why I always say, plate your stuff up. Make sure it's stuff that you love to eat and not just like to eat. You should love it and not just like it. Raphael, I've been pretty busy with work productively. Yeah, that's what's up, Raphael. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And whatever is taking most of our time, I just feel that's where it should start at. The discipline. Just get in that head space, and then you can build on top of that. You can branch out after that. Because that's your foundation. That's where you spend most of your time at. So build off of that so you can stay locked and loaded, y'all. That's gonna make you always have a backbone. That's gonna make you not deal with people that want to use you. That's gonna make you not deal with people that feel like they can talk to you any type of way or borrow stuff from you and don't pay you back, or pay you back when they want to pay you back outside of the agreement that y'all made to pay you back. Like I'm telling y'all, like the gym just bring a whole nother type of discipline, because you working for everything that you earning. Like you working for it, you earning it. Ain't nobody giving it to you. So you looking at this totally different. Like, man, if you don't pay my money, all right, he gonna pay me whenever he feel like he gonna pay me, because I still want my money. But once they get in my hand, I'm gonna tell him where to go. That's how you gotta be, y'all. because that same person that's playing with your money ain't about to play with everybody's money like that. But they'll play with you like that because they'll know your ass to deal with it. I ain't dealing with it. I'm not gonna deal with it, y'all. Like, we train people how to treat us. So if you treat yourself good, with respect, working out, taking care of your body, you mentally focused, got great control over your emotions, the next person got to step to you the same way, and whoever you're around, and you have a choice to be around, they need to be the same damn way. They need to be the same way. They need to at least be working on it, and you need to see progress. Because your value is just too high to just even be around it, and you trying to take your value even higher. You don't need old people around for the new you that's reminding you of the old you. That don't make no sense, y'all. Come on now, we gotta lock and load. But let me tell y'all this story, and it happened about, I would say about a month ago. I've been meaning to tell y'all this, and every time I thought about it, I was off the live. I say, man, I forgot to share that story with them. So imagine, y'all see how I'm posted up, right? I'm always just outside the house versus in. I'm posted up, but it's later into the night, and I was posted up working on some stuff. I always got my laptop on me. I got my laptop on me now, actually. I'm working on some stuff. So the sun steady going down, and I'm working on stuff, getting stuff done. So now it got dark, but I'm still working on what I'm working on, right? And I'm almost close to finishing up what I'm working on. I'm done with lending people stuff because people don't pay back. That's how you know they have no motion in life. Yeah, that's a lack of respect, man. That's a lack of discipline. We don't need people like that. We need people that appreciate our value and value us, vice versa. So I'm sitting posted up, and I'm doing me. I'm telling y'all, man, I've been wanting to tell y'all this story. I just been forgetting. Next thing you know, I hear sirens, police sirens, y'all. So I'm like, all right, police sirens, nothing new, but usually when you hear police sirens, you look up, you hear them, especially if you ain't seeing them, you looking up, you hear them, but you trying to see, okay, I hear them, but where's they at? They getting louder. I'm telling y'all, what happened next was what I least expected. A fucking U-Haul police chase was right in front of me. Right in front of me, y'all. A police U-Haul chase was right in front of me. I'm on this side of the busy street. The chase is on that side of the busy street. So the traffic is going this way, the way to U-Haul, and I'm facing this way, right? So the U-Haul comes out of nowhere. I'm just glad that it wasn't like traffic coming and it was a green light. Don't forget, it's kind of late, so people ain't out like that. They probably getting ready for work or whatever. I can't remember if it was a weekend. I'm almost sure it wasn't. And if it was a Sunday, meaning people was getting ready for work. This U-Haul shot in traffic, hit the brakes enough to get in control because he shot out this way, but traffic is going this way. So he shot out from a side street and then hit the brakes enough to where he can whip it, pointing in the right direction. So I'm looking, I can't believe what I'm seeing, because it just happened so quick, y'all. So I'm looking at it, right? And I'm like, oh shit, like, so I'm looking. Then this dude, you could tell he wasn't from the area, or he just didn't know that particular part right there, right? I'm talking about when he shot out and hit the brakes just enough to get in control. He drove it, but then, like, I guess he thought it was a street. Like, that first right was a street. Hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all, it was like maybe the first right he thought was a street, or either that second right. Because he just saw a big enough He just saw a big enough gap to where it looked like this is about to be a street, even though it wasn't a sign, street sign right there. Maybe he thought it was an alleyway. That's probably what he thought it was. Now tell me what? Tell me this, y'all. This dude, this dude go right there, and it was a fence. So it was really just like a driveway to where you can park, but it was a building, like, so he was trapped. Now tell me this, y'all. Police get out, guns. It's no exaggerate. It's about 10 cop cars, y'all. They get out, yelling at him, guns drawn and everything, right? Now his truck is lined up with my truck. So I ain't gotta look ahead and see what's going on. I just gotta look just like this. His truck is lined up with me. So he puts the U-Haul in reverse. Now, to me right then and there, I ain't know what was gonna happen. I started my truck up and I went up on the grass so I can be out of the line of fire. Because if this dude crazy enough, you gotta think, he putting it in reverse. So that's what, assault with a deadly weapon, because he's using the vehicle as a weapon. So he put the U-Haul in reverse. Get out of the van, get out of the truck, get it, you better not, don't you fucking dare. Like, this how they talking to him. He did it. He put that motherfucker in reverse. Now they had like 2-3 police cars kind of like, I can't say trapped in, because I guess they knew better. This is the vehicle way more. But they had him to where they whipped up on him. He put it in reverse, didn't hit none of the fucking police cars, right? So his driving skills was just good enough, right? Didn't hit none of the police cars, but the reason why I started my truck and whipped up on the grass so quick is because I didn't know if this dude was gonna open the driver door and just get the dumping at the police officers with a assault rifle or fully automatic or whatever. Because if he would've, I'm right there in the line of fire. I'm able to turn, not look ahead, but turn just like this, like somebody parked next to you, but across the street next to you. I say, I ain't trying to, I'm not trying to get 6 feet under. Let me follow my first mind, my instincts. Pulled it up on the grass. He bagged up. Other cop cars waiting to block traffic, and they all got guns out and everything. This dude proceeds to keep flying down the main street. Now more cop cars than came from other angles. Some of them is coming from the side of the street I'm parked on, but from a different angle, I guess, to try to, surround them or whatever. So I'm looking at the police lights in my rear view, and I'm looking out the window, and I'm just looking. I'm like, man, I can't believe what I just saw, right? Next thing you know, y'all, look. I'm finishing up what I'm finishing up, but I still hear like maybe 15 more minutes or something like that. Tell me why I hear sirens again, right? It wasn't coming from my way. I was hearing sirens the whole time because police were steady being notified, so they was coming from different angles. Tell me why I'm hearing sirens again, and it sounded like a lot of them again. Tell me why they still chasing this fool in a fucking U-Haul truck. But he's coming from kind of like that same direction of when I first saw him. But you could tell that he took these guys on a mission, like around town for a minute. And now he reappeared. And then he didn't come exactly my way. He cut down another street before he got to me, but on the opposite side of the street. And I'm looking like, they still chasing him, but it's more police now. And I see the helicopter. The helicopter was up. I'm hearing a helicopter, police helicopter. So I'm like, damn, they still chase. They still ain't caught him. So now I'm pretty much wrapping up what I'm working on, y'all. Tell me why this dude fly by again. But from the, I say, man, come on, man. Come on. One of them police cars gonna have to sacrifice getting mangled Even if it's just a whole front knocked off, engine and all. One of them police cars gonna have to sacrifice to stop this fool. This fool is flying through lights. Flying through lights. One of y'all gonna have to sacrifice one of them police cars. Like, I'm like, man, I'm like, y'all still ain't caught this dude? Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. And every time I remember this story, I was off live, y'all. I told myself today, I made it my business today to remember to tell y'all this story. This fool, he was just flying through town pretty much in his U-Haul in this certain radius area, like maybe a mile that way, 2 miles that way, in a 2 mile radius, maybe a 1 mile radius. This dude was putting them through hell, y'all. I'm like, come on, y'all gotta come up with some type of plan. Like, really, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, when they had that dude at that first right he had, it should have been a car or two that should have pulled in and sacrificed, because these guys was outside of the car. They should have whipped up enough, jumped out, and then just like, shit, fuck it. He gonna hit these cars, but he ain't gonna be able to get out because the car's gonna be acting as brakes. That's what I would have done. Versus you jeopardizing lives, riding around town, this dude blowing through lights. 2-3 cars should have just pulled in. Now y'all out already with guns aimed. But if y'all have pulled in a little bit better to really trap them, he ain't about to ride over them cars. He gonna be stuck in there. So at that time, if y'all gotta light his ass up, so be it. I'm telling y'all, this, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. A fucking U-Haul police chase, y'all. Some shit that you would see in a damn movie. Let me see. Shout out to the chat too. Hello, sir. What's that? Corton Newman? Is that how you pronounce it? Corton Newman? What's up, Corton Newman? Shout out your city, state, or country. Raphael, whoever that guy is, he hot as fuck. He didn't want to go to jail. He did everything to try to escape the police. He was in desire. He was in dire strait. Hey, yeah. Hey, Raphael, I told myself, this dude, whatever is going on with him, he ain't going. He ain't going. Like, whatever is going on with, and ain't no telling, like, before I even saw him, how long was that chase going? Did he just steal a U-Haul from a place and somebody caught him, the call was made and they started chasing him? Like how did it actually fucking start? Like, I'm still thinking about that to this day. Like, man, like what? I'm like, man, whatever would happen, like, to him, it was worth it. He ain't going back. He wasn't going at all. I just felt the police could have done a better job. Like, when they first had him trapped in, to me, they had him. They had their cars all the way up on them. I'd have pulled the car, because, I mean, city gonna pay for the damages anyway. Them 2 cars that pulled in, they should have pulled in and jumped out, or pulled close enough like this or something to where they just pulled in, like, kind of like that or something. Like, this dude, whole U-Haul was able to come out without even hitting their cars. Yeah. They could have sacrificed their vehicles right there without none of them actually being hurt, without them even being in the vehicle, because they was outside of their vehicle. Yep, they was outside of their vehicle. That's how I would have done, and then just jumped in another officer's vehicle once the chase continued. That's all they had to do. They didn't even look, y'all, look. They didn't even shoot at the tires. You would think. You got multiple officers outside of their vehicles. So-called got this dude cornered. All right, we don't want to end him. All right. Well, how do we slow this down? Bust at the tires. Let's see how far his ass go when he riding flats. Let's see how far his ass go when he riding on flats. Man, it was only thing I was thinking about was I wasn't about to catch none of those, coming at me. I was not about to catch no metal coming at me from that side. The way it was angled, yeah, I could have easily caught a hot one if this dude got out. We got to think he ain't had nothing to lose. He already got it in reverse. He was willing to run over their vehicles, hit one of them or whatever. So you mean to tell me a dude who don't care at that level, you can't see him opening the driver door and just straight up busting? That was nothing if he would have had something on him. Because in his mind, the way I'm looking at it is like, he pretty much want them to end him. He ain't got enough guts to do it himself. So he want them to do it. Yep. But yeah, shout out to the chat, y'all. Shout out to the chat. But it is what it is. I don't know what the dude was on. I don't know what he was off. I just know it ain't the type of person or the type of situation I would want to be on the road with. Like that type of situation, nah. I don't want to be on the road with something like that going on. You just doing you, driving, car full of your family, kids and all, and you just doing you. And then all hell break loose in front of you. A damn police U-Haul chase right in front of you, out of nowhere. Hit your car, spent your whole car. Hopefully everybody's still living, surviving without no major injuries. Like, that's serious. That's serious. I see some people I know just pulled up too. They Indian, y'all. I stay around a bunch of Indian people, so they just pulled up. They like neighbors across the street from me. Yeah. But yeah. Elena Capay. Elena Capay. Where are you from? I'm from the U.S. Detroit, Michigan. The U.S., Detroit, Michigan, Elena. Where you from, Elena? How you pronounce your last name? Capay? Capay or Capai? Capai. Capay or Capai? Appreciate you for joining the live, too. But yeah, man, that's why I say, like, we gotta count our blessings out here. There'd be so much stuff going on out here. Like, I just stay focused, y'all. Stay locked and loaded. Stay on top of my stuff. We don't realize how good we got it until we see stuff like that. Like, ain't no telling if that dude even still living. That's what's deep about it. Who knows if that dude is still breathing? Who knows? I saw this video. I was responding to a comment on TikTok because y'all know I got my biz and stuff on all the platforms, so I don't get into social media like that. But when I post or respond to a comment, if I haven't already swiped down for that particular video and like 5 people who support me, as long as it's something that I like about the video, I will like it, right? Usually when I do it, it's always something that catch my attention, right? So I don't just keep getting my attention caught staying on the app. It'd be something to catch my attention. And there was this lady, they was on a Carnival cruise. Carnival Cruise is one of the most ghettoest cruises. Like, I swear, like, it's like the hood cruise. It was this lady on there. The comments were saying mental health. I can believe it. It was something going on with the lady. They say she just had a baby, so it was postpartum syndrome. After a woman had a baby, her emotions and hormones and stuff be all over the place. She even more sensitive to just stuff in general, right? But anyway, so that's what some of the comments were saying. But anyway, now they showed this lady with her hands, being detained with her hands behind her back. It looked like she had cuffs on, but the comments were saying she didn't have cuffs on. The reason why I'm saying all these details for a reason. So they took her, detained her, took her to whatever room on the cruise ship or whatever. And one of the comments was saying she went in there to get belongings or whatever. They let her go into her room, get belongings. And then she just all of a sudden just jumped out the window and jumped off the cruise ship into the water, y'all. Into the water. And people were saying, damn, she jumped off and she was in handcuffs. And people were saying, no, she wasn't in handcuffs. I mean, whether she was in them or not, I mean, she still jumped off. But this lady jumped off. And I went down the comments, and people was like, they ever find her? They ever find her? They was like, nah, they ain't find her. You know, that water full of sharks and everything. So, yeah, gone, y'all. They say she had just had a baby, too. That's what's sad about it. Sad about it. Just had a baby. I'm from Greece. Oh, man, shout out to Greece. Hey, Elena, if I'm pronouncing it right, you know, I plan on visiting Greece also. My brother went to Greece, that was about 2-3 years ago. I plan on visiting Greece. Yeah, that's on my bucket list. Yep, so I'll be in Greece one day. Soon. So it'll be soon, within I don't know, a 3-year period, because I got a lot of places I'm going to be hitting. And I can't say within a year, definitely not a year. Within 2, I can't say that, but 3, yeah. Yeah, shout out to Greece. Shout out to Greece. What's the weather there in Greece? Where you from? What's the weather there right now in Greece? Yeah, y'all, so it's just really about staying focused, staying disciplined, and creating our own oasis wherever we are. Even when I'm in my truck, but whether I'm in my truck, whether I'm at my house, whether I'm at the gym, I'm still creating my own world. I'm cutting a lot of energy off, because a lot of it is just distractions anyway. People just want to distract you with they facial expression, they gestures, they lack of manners, and you know, you speak to people and they don't speak back, and you know, they saw you, look right into their eyes. You best believe they saw you. But you know, you still gotta do you. You want to stay locked and loaded into your energy 24/7. And we all get it, we are human, but the moment you feel like something or somebody is starting to change your energy and who you are, you gotta remember who you are. So if something or somebody is starting to change who you are, the moment you start feeling, because we always feel it, we know, that's when you have to remember who you are. And lock and load before that energy overrides your energy. Because it's all energy. It's like vampire stuff, y'all. Like, people want your energy. They want your energy. That's what it's all about. Energy. So Raphael, what's on the menu today, man? You already ate? Alina, if you're still in the chat, what's on the menu today? What you eating? What's for dinner? What's for dinner in Greece? But yeah, so, you know, it's a lot of stuff I be experiencing out here, just like everybody. Like I said earlier on the live, I'm a beast. Is it easy? It's easier when you used to doing it. And I'll leave it at that. Is it easy? My answer is, it's easier when you used to doing it. Never let nobody or a situation change who you are as a whole. Don't forget, you still got to be locked in. You still got to be strong. It's people depending on you. You depending on you. And if you fold on every situation, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You can't be folding. You can't afford it. You came too far. We working hard and staying disciplined for a reason. All right, that's better. Block some of that sun. This side of my face was heating up. This side was 85 degrees on my face, and this side was shade at, was like 65. So I just had to put that visor blocking it because I was feeling it. Felt like I was getting fried like some chicken, y'all. Yep. Salmon and spinach. Oh, that's what's up. Salmon and spinach. That's what's up. Yep. Getting your omega 3s, your healthy fats, protein. That's one thing about salmon. Like you getting all really. Yep. Then you got your spinach for more protein, carbs in there. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I had some rotisserie chicken, some peanut butter banana rice cakes. I had some figs, cucumber, some Globe grapes. They finally got some more Globe grapes back in from the place I usually get them from. They was out of stock for like 3 weeks. I was mad about it. So I grabbed some of them. And then I had, a yogurt, just plain, with nothing in it. 9 out of 10 of the time, my yogurt is plain. I usually just put some fruit or whatever I want in it. But this one was just like plain. I just ate the fruit around it. It was something else I had. But yeah, that was one big meal right there. I still got to eat again after I get off this live. So, let me see. I had rotisserie chicken yesterday. I tore it up. Yeah, you can't go wrong with rotisserie chicken because you can do several things to it. You can do several things to it. Like, even if you adding just a little dirty to it, just say you chop the rotisserie chicken up and you put it in some tortillas that's healthier than the next tortilla, and the ingredients ain't as much and lower carbs or whatever. That's a good switch up, but it ain't nothing I would get used to because the tortilla is sugar, it's bread, it's flour. So, but that'll be a good switch up if you was to do it, because you can make a chicken burrito. Load it up with healthy stuff, tomatoes, spinach, the rotisserie chicken chopped up. So the only negative would be the tortilla, which that'd be cool if it's just a switch up every blue moon. So it'll still work. And if I'm gonna do the tortilla for something like that, I'm gonna eat it early so I can burn that tortilla part off early. I wouldn't want that to be my last meal. But that go to show you, like, just switching the stuff up and making sure it's stuff that we love versus what we like. It's a game changer. Anytime it's anything bad on the meal, I eat it early. I always eat it early. The good stuff that's pure good, that's the meal that I'm going to sleep on. That's the meal that I want to sit on. So I eat that and I don't do nothing. If I'm gonna sit on a meal, that's gonna be the meal I'm gonna sit on. A healthy meal that I eat and I sit on. Because that meal that I done earlier, that's the meal I done my walking and all that stuff off of, and exercising and all that stuff off of. That's the meal that's higher in calories. That's the meal that's higher in carbs. Yeah, that's the meal that's gonna get me going for fuel. That's my gas for that day. The meal that I sit on, that's pretty much, I'm hungry, I need to last until tomorrow, and I need as much protein in this as possible. So that's how I do my last meal. High protein, lower carbs. High protein, lower carbs, lower calories. And if my carb source is up on the last meal, I don't mind it being like a fruit or vegetable source. So I don't want to do like sitting on potatoes and stuff. I usually eat that like earlier. I usually eat that early. If I'm gonna sit on some potatoes later for my last meal, it has to be like sweet potatoes, because the ingredients that's involved is gonna lower the spike on the insulin. So yeah, that'll be better. Yep. So our heaviest meal should be the meal that we eating for our busy point of the day. Once we get in the house, we need to be full enough. don't get me wrong. We definitely need to be satisfied, but not like that meal of when we was what we got to move around with, and it's got to last us and be our gas for that day. So if we getting full for our last meal, let it be off more of the protein, healthy fat, fruit and vegetable. That's all I'm saying. Let it be off those. The fruit, the vegetable, and the protein and healthy fat. That's how I look at it. So let me see. I had protein. Yeah, but yeah. So, but yeah. Let me see what time. Cause I know I gotta take care of some stuff. Oh, it's perfect timing. I got about 5 more minutes. So yeah, y'all. So as long as our nutrition is balanced, we good. Everybody got different stuff, different times we eat, but if we put all this stuff together, we pretty much all eating the same type of way. People that's healthy is pretty much eating the same type of stuff. People that's eating bad is pretty much eating the same type of stuff. So it ain't really no gray area. Healthy is healthy and bad is bad. That's how I look at it. So, but yeah. And like I always say, anytime we feeling like whatever meal we ate isn't enough, the best thing we can do for our best outcome is eat more fruit. The vegetable is cool, you know, but the fruit's gonna hold more nutrients and they easier to digest. So you'll be able to get away because they more leaner. They leaner. So anytime I'm feeling like I need more, I'ma just eat more fruit. Just make sure it ain't nothing like more bananas or more grapes, you know, stuff like that, because it's higher in sugar. So, you know, just go with more berries or go with more watermelon or, you know, you better eat more um, pineapple. They say, you know, the thing about it, I was reading and it was saying, this is why I really be going hard with the pineapple too. Because it was saying as sweet as the pineapple is, it's actually not as high on the glycemic level as far as sugar content. So that's why I started hitting the pineapple like that too. Matter of fact, I'm about to look it back up because I remember I was reading that. Let me see. Let me look this up for y'all. I got my other phone right here, so let me see. Um, where is it at? Let me see. Let me see. Go back. All right, so type it in. Is all right, let's see. I know pineapple is good for inflammation too, y'all. In case y'all got some inflammation, eat some pineapple. All right, so yes, pineapples is high in sugar. A cup of pineapple chunks contain 16 grams of sugar. Yes, relatively high amount compared to fruits such as berries and apples. Berries you can't even go wrong with, really. They just the lowest. People with diabetes and pre-diabetes should be aware of the high sugar content of pineapples and consume it in moderation. Well, it's a good thing that I eat the pineapples here and there then. So yeah, but I had read something and it was saying that's why you always gotta do your research, y'all. So I just pulled that up right here for y'all online on Google. So pineapples is something you eat here and there too. The berries and watermelon, you can't go wrong with. And let me see, it's also hold on, since I'm at it. Hold on. Since I'm at it. Hold on. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick. Since I'm at it. What fruits? All right, let's see what we got. So the ones that's low in sugar, some of these I already knew, but I couldn't think of them off the top of my head because I got other stuff on my mind. But anyway, of course, the berries, raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries is low in sugar. Citrus fruits, grapefruits, lemons, limes, and oranges, which I always eat. I've been eating a lot of grapefruit lately because I remember reading about it's lower in sugar. So um, yeah. So yesterday I had two grapefruits, two. So citrus fruits, grapefruits, lemons, limes, and oranges. Other fruits, avocado, kiwi, cantaloupe, of course, watermelon, peaches. I remember saying that before. Lower in calorie and in sugar. I love some peaches. Apple, especially green. I think the red is more sugar in it, so you have to be careful. Really, you just can't go wrong with switching your fruits and vegetables up, y'all. You ain't got to be just trying to figure it out like that. Just switch it up. Just remember that the berries is the go-to if you want the lower sugar content in your fruits. So, oh, and pears are low in sugar. So, yeah. These fruits typically contain less than 10 grams of sugar per 100 grams. They they are a good choice for people who are managing their blood sugar levels or want to reduce their sugar intake. Yeah. So the go-tos is citrus fruits, grapefruits, lemons, limes, and oranges, and all of the berries, and then the avocado, cantaloupe, watermelon, peaches, apples, especially the green, and pears. So pick out of those the ones that you love versus what you like, and you can't go wrong. And then outside of that, just do them here and there. The here and there just mean like give it a chance to leave your system and you burn it off before you hit your system with that. Kind of like a cheat meal. So look at the ones that's higher in sugar, kind of like a cheat meal, y'all. So it's bad because of what's in it. So we just gonna do this because it's still a fruit or vegetable, or whatever, still a fruit. So we just gonna do this here and there, kind of like a cheat. So we might do a fruit that's higher in sugar twice a week. I think that's a good number because if you say three, that's like every other day. You want to give it time to kind of spike your insulin, but still come all the way down, have some days, and then before you spike it again. So, yeah. Like I've been doing a pineapple. I think the most I had done it was 3 days off the week. But most of the time, once I started back doing my pineapples, on average, it's probably been about twice a week. Cause I switch up my stuff. I got certain stuff. It's kiwis, pineapples, peaches. The peaches is like a staple now. Them things taste so good, especially after you buy them and they get a little softness. All the juice just like, yeah, peaches, y'all. Peaches low in calories, high in fiber. Remember that. And make sure y'all get cause they got white peaches, they got California peaches. I used to get the California peaches. It's like 3-4 different kinds. I used to get the California peaches. Them like perfect. The size, the look. It got like that fuzziness to it a little bit. And I noticed like once I buy them and I kind of let them sit a little bit, the juice just do what it do. Especially like if I get one at the house and I have it in my truck, I'm telling you, it might not be as cold, but that juice is everything. Let me see. I bought watermelon and bananas too. Yeah, that's what's up. You can never go wrong with watermelon because you can eat the whole damn thing. It's all water. It's all water. You can eat the whole damn thing and be good. So you want something that you can eat in a nice amount and it's low in sugar, watermelon. And you getting your water in for that day. Like I said, we always want to make sure that we eating our water. We getting it through a fruit or vegetable source. Cause the more you get it through your foods, the less you gotta get it like this. Like the more fruits and vegetables I eat, that's why like spinach got a lot of water in it. Raphael, cucumber got a lot of water in it. Watermelon, of course, that's like mainly all water. I'm trying to think. This other stuff, pineapples got a lot of water. The more we eat stuff like that, grapes got a lot of water. The more we eating stuff that got, and I do a lot of choosing off of stuff like that. Like, okay, it's lower calorie, lower sugar, and a lot of water, or it is higher in sugar, but it still got a lot of water. So that means it'll help flush it through my system faster, so I can get my system back to running off fat and bring my insulin level down. So yeah, just balance it. We just got to make sure it's balanced out. We ain't even got to count it like that. We just got to know, like, okay, these ones I love, but they higher in sugar. I'm only fuck with those twice a week. But these ones right here, yeah, every time I look around, I'm going to just be switching these up, depending on how I feel and what I feel like facing that day. And these my go-tos. Yeah. Yep. Q-Man, D-Weezy in the house. Q-Man, what's good with you? Hey, yo, shout out to the chat, y'all. Shout out to the chat. Q-Man, what's good with you, man? Just on here chopping it up. How was your weekend? How your day been? I gotta cut my hair. It don't look too bad, y'all, but it's time to cut it. You got a bald head, you gotta cut it like twice a week. I usually rock my bald head too. But this season is kicking in. You know, this is the season to where the summertime, my bald head show about, I'll say about 40%. I wouldn't even say half the time. That's only because of the sun. Like, nothing worse than the sun just beaming down on you. So this come in handy for the sun. But like a day like this, I can rock the hat and be good. But when you got the bald head and you got the middle part that ain't growing like that, and you walking around like that, it don't look right. So I'll be cutting my hair tonight/tomorrow, so I don't got to put the hat on. You got to have a nice crispy bald head, y'all. You can't be walking around looking like George Jefferson brother. Can't be doing that shit. Q-Man, what's good with you? Yep. It's like watermelon, bananas, Raphael, huh? No BS, weekly cheat meal, gains this week. Thanks for the tweak suggestion. Expecting a big drop by the end of the week. Yeah, you'll be good. My phone, what happened that day? My phone, it got real hot, or did I get too into the live to where I wasn't paying attention to my battery percentage? We good now because we like at 22%. I started this live off with way more, like, I don't know, 50%, 60%. So I made sure I was good. Plus I got it on low battery, whatever, low battery energy. So yeah, yep. And by me being in the truck and I was on those lives those days, I guess the humidity was in here, even though I had the windows down, so it made the phone even hotter. Or either I think the sun was beaming on the phone. It was one of those, because it happened several times. Now I'm more aware, but it's like the lives was getting good as hell too. Like, but yeah, Q-Man, just, yeah, you'll be good, man. You'll be good. You'll be good, because you got to think, anytime, it's usually always only 1 or 2 tweaks. A person is always usually 1 or 2 tweaks away from getting gains. 1 or 2 tweaks. Always recommend 1 tweak at a time for what I was telling y'all on one live, for what I say, a month or 2. Yeah, I think that's what I said. Give it like 4 weeks to 2 months. Cause you should be able to see what's what. You'll be able to start seeing something definitely in about a 2-week period off the average tweak. You'll start seeing something, but I just say give it 1 to 2 months per tweak, and do one tweak at a time. That way you would know your system. That way, if you was to ever fall off or anything was to happen down the line, you would know exactly what system to come back into. If you do 3 tweaks, you don't really know what worked. You just know something worked. You need to know exactly what worked. And like I say, Q man, if you eating healthy for 6 days, it's really more than 6 days, because that cheat meal ain't for the whole day. So it's really like you cheating on that day, and it's called a cheat day, but it's really that cheat meal for that day, because one of the meals is gonna be cheat, which is gonna be your first one, and then there's the second one is gonna be a healthy one, or yours might be in reverse. I just know if yours reverse, you need to move your body after that meal, because I know you said it's family time. So if your dirty meal is with the family, which is later, you need to make sure you get rid of that extra glucose out your bloodstream, so your system can move forward quicker. Because like I said, Q man, if you sitting on that, and then those meals after that ain't clean how they supposed to be, your insulin is still up. And so right when it's starting to come down, you got enough dirty stuff in those meals that you wake up to or the next day. Now you back night. So pretty much your insulin is staying. Like I say, anytime the insulin is up, the system is stopping moving forward. So ain't no gains going on. You gotta drop that back down so your system can metabolize and get to moving forward the way it's supposed to. So it can burn calories, burn fat. You can lose weight, build muscle. Yep, so you really got to be locked into it, making sure your meals are clean. Now, if your meals aren't clean, make that adjustment, because that's what it's going to be also. That's what it's going to be. And you can afford to make those 2 adjustments in one, because you already lost a certain amount of weight. So we already know more than likely that other tweak, as far as what you sitting on, we already know that's there. So I say in your case, you can afford to do those 2, because it just makes sense. It just makes sense, because the one tweak after the meal, that's almost automatic. You automatically gonna get the gains just doing that. So if I was to recommend somebody to do a 2 tweak thing, it'll only be because, all right, your meals ain't as clean as you say they are leading up to the cheat day. Man, just pull it back. That way you know, oh yeah, I was tripping. Yeah, I was doing too much, even though I was telling myself I wasn't doing too much. But if your meals is clean, leading up to that cheat meal, it's no way that you shouldn't be making gains. So look, hey Q-Man, so look. So the cheat meal only gonna set you back a little bit, because you got rid of one of your clean meals to make room for a cheat meal. So just say you need a few days to burn this off. Just say even 3. You still got 3 days to make some gains as far as dropping weight and burning these excess calories to get you to your weight loss before you hit your system again with a dirty meal. But if leading up to the cheat meal, you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, trust me, that's where it's at. So if you want, you can just keep doing what you was doing, but just do that one tweak as far as moving your body after that meal on your cheat day. So you only got to do that one day, because that's the day that you do your cheat meal on. Move your body. After that, go walking for 30 minutes to an hour, right? Or you can do a tweak of, you know, you ain't been eating as clean as you should leading up to that cheat meal day. One of them. It's going to be one of them. If you do both, it's definitely going to work. Even if you do one, you should get some gains. But after you do one or the other and you don't see no gains right like that, do the other one. So if you do the, let me clean my meals up more leading up to the cheat meal day, and you start seeing gains, you good. But If you want to accelerate that, now move your body more after your cheat meal, because I think you say it's family time, so you do it late at night. But either way it go, focus in on cleaning your meals up throughout the week, and then moving your body after your cheat meal. So you can do one or the other and ride it out for a month, 2 months, just to really see what you're going to see. And if you don't see what you need to see with the one, do the other one. Guarantee you should be good. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, you man, you will be good, man. Guaranteed. You eating, you working out, you moving your body on a regular, you eating one dirty meal a week. Come on now, y'all gotta think we was eating 2-3 dirty meals a day. You can't tell me this system ain't gonna work for you. This system will work for anybody. You eating one dirty meal every 7 days. Think about that. That's a hell of a system. Let me see. No BS weekly cheat meal gang this week. Thanks for the tweak suggestion. Expecting a big drop by the end of the week. I think it was water retention and overdoing it on the cheat meal because more active after the cheat, and sticking with the workouts and nutrition was the difference. Yeah. Yep. I think it was the water retention, and yeah, because you gonna have water retention wherever it's sodium at. So whatever you was eating, if the sodium was up, it's gonna attract more water. You're gonna retain more water. But either way it go, just pay attention to that. You don't want to overdo it on your cheat meal, unless you want to overdo it on moving your body after you overdo it on your cheat meal. You got to make up for that. You can't just say, oh, I overdone it, I'm good, it was just a cheat meal. No, you gotta, when you go past your cheating stuff, you gotta punish yourself for that. Is it really worth it? Sometimes it is, because you want what you want. Now the math don't make sense with it, because you overdone it on an extra 1 or 2 pieces of pizza, but just to burn that 1 or 2 extra off, and you punish yourself. You already here to do 30 minutes to an hour of extra moving and work out here and there just to build up to that cheat meal day. Now you gotta run and move your body for an hour and a half an hour, 45 minutes extra for 1 to 2 extra slices. That's where it don't add up. But I'm just saying, in the moment, yeah, it's worth it. It just, most people ain't trying to punish themselves. They just, oh, well, I'm good. No, I told y'all when I was running on that treadmill after workout for 1 hour, it only burnt 200 calories. Because just imagine a person walking for hours. Split that in half. So they burnt 100 calories walking for 1 hour. But you just consume 500 to 800 calories extra. So we just got to, you don't want to get a pattern of being consistent doing nothing bad. And more than likely you was consistently overdoing it. Versus, okay, I'm dropping, I'm getting gains, I just overdone it. Let me not do that. All right, I'm consistent, I got even more gains, I just overdone it. All right, I'm being consistent, I just done it. I put on more muscles, my arms filling out my chest. You know, I ain't got this, it ain't as flabby right here. All right, bam, I done made more gains. Let me overdo it again. Like, it's pretty much like I made gains leading up to this. I was doing what I was supposed to do, but then, all right, I overdone it, but the gains ain't moving forward. If you're gonna overdo it, do that shit after you done made some gains. Like, consistent. Make sure them gains is always moving forward if you're gonna overdo it. That way you can break it up. Like, you know what? I'm good. I just got this. I just dropped another 6 pounds. I just overdone it. I shouldn't be doing it, but I ain't gonna keep doing it like that. Now I just dropped 3 more pounds. All right, I just overdone it again. That way you got a little system in place. So pretty much you don't want to overdo it unless you got something to overdo it for. And even when you overdo it, you need to get rid of what you just put in your system bad as soon as possible. That's the name of the game. Whatever we put in our system bad, get rid of it as soon as possible. That's why you gotta move your body. That's why it's good to eat it during a busy part of your day. You know, that's best. But if you don't, you need to walk. I read some information like it was, I don't know, early this year. They said the best thing you can do after eating a meal is walk, because they don't forget, they talk about the average typical person's meal, which is full of dirty stuff. Like the best thing you can do after eating something is walk, because the glucose, because the sodium that's in it. Like we trying to get our system back to regular so we can get the burning off fat as soon as possible. The name of the game is run off of fat. But the more we cheat and the more consistent that we get with putting the bad stuff in our system, we go in reverse. It sends our system in reverse, and we running off sugar. That's what you don't want, because anytime you're running off sugar, the gains is stopping. The gains is slowing up. Even if you think they speeding up, they stopping. And if you think you still getting gains off of it, and maybe you are, just imagine how much more gains you would get if you just control the bad stuff that's going to your system so it don't trigger your insulin. Yeah, shit is simple but hard. Takes a lot of dedication. Yeah, that's why I say the most important thing, we need to be eating our favorite shit. That's the best way to balance it. Because with this much discipline, do you want to be sitting around eating rabbit food? Nah. Nah. And you still can throw in some bad even before your cheat day. Just don't go hard with it and know when to eat it. You need to eat it even if it's leading up into your cheat day and be able to clear it damn near that same day, because it was just a little barbecue sauce. It was a little ranch. You had 1 slice of bread instead of 2 full sandwiches with 4 slices. Like you gotta be able to know how to do it and get rid of it as quick as possible, because that's pretty much what we talking about, Q man. Hitting our system with some negative and you ain't getting rid of it as quick as you should. But then you going forward, but that's still there without it being completely gone. And then you hitting your system with something else dirty, taking it right back up before it can even get gone. We want to get it dirty and completely get rid of whatever we just put our system through with the dirty before we hit our system again with more dirty. That's why I say 1 cheat meal a week, that's a whole damn week we got to get rid of that meal. And if I do something in between, like, and I can't wait to the 6th or 7th day of the cheat day, just say day 4, I'm yearning for something sweet or something that I know I shouldn't be eating, it's going to be low risk. And trust me, I've done high risk before, and the punishment, y'all, was just, it made me feel good, because I done jumping jacks for 30 minutes, or I ran for 30 minutes, or I walked for 30 minutes and ran for the other 30, or however way I had to do, and just move my body, jog in place while I'm doing whatever around the house. Or I'm telling y'all, like, the work you got to put in to get rid of it is like times 5, times 10. It take a lot. It's easy to put in your system, but it's hell to get rid of. That's why the best time to do it is when you already moving, because it works for you. You got to run off some type of fuel anyway. So if I'm going to do dirty, I'm going to do it, you know, pretty much when I'm already active. Yep, let me see. Super Sessionist. Drub dough, drink some vodka with me. Drake Moonji. Raphael, having discipline is paramount in achieving gain. Yeah, it take a lot of discipline, Raphael. That's why I say people be talking that stuff, but I don't see no gains. Stomach still be out. Like, no, you That stomach need to be in. It don't have to be 6-pack to 8-pack. But that stomach needs to be down. I'm talking about in, because the health results live inside of the fat tissue, not inside the muscle. Like, so if the fat there, you got work to do. That stomach needs to be down. That means you still gotta tweak some stuff. You overdoing it. You doing too much somewhere. Good for dehydration for the muscles. No calories. Shout out to you, super sessionists. Welcome to the live. Appreciate it. Make sure y'all like this live too, so it can circulate more through the algorithm. We're trying to make sure this reach anybody that's part of positive mindsets, people that's trying to be emotionally healthy, mentally healthy, financially stable. Like, all this stuff is a byproduct, y'all. It ain't just the physical. It ain't just the aesthetics. It's all about just having all this stuff. You're going to start with the mental, but then, you know, it's going to go to the physical, then the emotional, then the spiritual part. It's all connected. And like you said, Raphael, it's easier said than done, but we got to do it. We got to, and it feels great. It feels so good when I eat a bad meal, y'all. It's like almost like not even eating a bad meal. It just feels good, and it makes it more worth my while, because I can't just get it. I can, but I can't just get it whenever I want like I used to. So it make it taste that much better. A burger, some fries, a candy bar, banana pudding, red velvet cake, chocolate donuts, like whatever our thing is. It make it taste that much better because I'm earning it. And I'm able to look at myself in the mirror. Like, y'all know how many people put on clothes and be thinking they this and thinking they that because they got the clothes on, makeup, or hair done. Dudes got this and that and all this type stuff, all because they spent money on what they spent money on. Yeah, let me tell y'all one thing. Y'all think they see that when those clothes come off? I'm talking about when you fully naked. Do you like what you see when you fully naked? If not, you have work to do. You can get it there. I'm telling you. Find all the stuff that you really love. Put your system in place. Exercise at least 3 times out the week, because your food is more important than your exercise. The exercise just speed up the process. It just scopes you even more. But get this right. Get the food right. And this just going to be a byproduct of how hard and how you feel and how serious you are about yourself and a lifestyle. Once we do that, we good. Once we do that, we good, y'all. We got to lock and load. How do you look when those clothes is just off? I look at myself. I like what I see. Of course, I'm always trying to better stuff. I love what I see. Not like, I love what I see. Even the most shaped person in the world don't think they looking all that. They always say, well, if my chest was bigger, if my boobs was bigger, if my butt was bigger, if my legs was bigger, if my arms was bigger. You know, just always just something like, we human. That's just how we gonna look at it. But I'd be lying if I ain't say, when I look in the mirror, I don't love what I see. I love it. I work for this. My stomach is down. I don't have too much body fat on me. I got just enough to be healthy. I don't want to be to where I'm 8% body fat. I wanted my body fat to be as low as I can handle for my lifestyle and my discipline, pretty much being in the best shape of my life. I work for it. If being ripped came with that, cool. But always got to see my abs. I always have to see my abs. Unless I'm old, and then I'm looking back like, okay, well, I mean, sure, I'm old now. I can't, you know, my body wasn't going to look like that forever. But other than that, I need to see my abs. That's a true indicator of me being on point in the kitchen. These abs. These abs. A person really ain't even got to exercise abs. Everybody got them. The biggest difference is the fat that's sitting on top of it. That's the biggest difference. The abs is there on all of us. Everybody on this live, all the people I'm looking at, women and men, the abs is there. It's just the biggest difference is the fat, the amount of fat that's sitting on top of it. But anyway, any questions, y'all? Let me see. Still bad, though. I abuse alcohol sometimes while working out, doing squats, bench press, deadlifts, and pull-ups due to chronic nerve pain. It's a lot better than drugs. Yeah, I mean, I don't judge nobody because, you know, certain stuff I understand but don't understand. So to you, that might be your better option. But I'll say do some research because I'm sure there's some other stuff out there that'll do your system better, though. That's more healthier. You know, there's some herbs out. It's foods that's out. Like food is the true medicine. So that'll tighten you up better than alcohol. The alcohol is mess your system up, man. Bad for your liver, bad for your kidneys. It's just, yeah. Yep. Still bad though, yeah. So, you know, you figure that out. But anyway, any questions for y'all? I gotta get ready and get to some. Any questions? Anything y'all want to say? Anything y'all want to ask me? Perfect timing. I gotta get to it. Anything before I get off this live. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's your boy D Weezy. We out. Make sure y'all like this live, share with anybody that y'all feel want to be part of a positive community that's moving forward and staying focused. We all about making changes, not staying stagnant, and positive energy. And that's all that we invite in our personal space. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Later.